Alright guys, quick update on the Kawasaki. I tried making a video about this earlier, but it's really difficult for me to work on this thing and record at the same time. But as you can see, I took this housing off. The gasket that ran along here is what I think was the issue, and you can probably see down here all that oil that had spilled out. Let's see, right, maybe you can't see it, but so I took this part off. This was, interestingly enough, easier than I expected to remove. I'll show you over here. I got the bolts sitting in some white vinegar. Hopefully they'll kind of get the rust off. Here's the piece that I took off, right? The gasket around here is what I believe was giving me issues, and this I think was easier than I expected to take off. This is where the clutch cable kind of comes in, and this is where you shift. Actually, this is where the gear shifter is. I'm gonna clean this up. I'd like to clean these bolts up. I'm actually going to toss these in here as well. I know how they go. 3 big ones on top. And I'm saying that right now so I remember when it's time for me to put this back on here. I got these 3 big bad boys that look pretty clean actually. I actually probably don't even need to do this to them, but you know, for the sake of doing everything the same, I'm just gonna throw them in there. So hopefully that will kind of disintegrate the rust and crud that's on there. So cleaning the bolts, I'm gonna clean this up. This little port right here, you can probably see there's grooves in there. I got a second opinion, and I think I'm going to try and fix that with some really fine sandpaper and filler. I'm going to clean all this grease out of there and put some fresh grease in there, but there's just a lot of grease. Main thing I want to do is just make sure this thing's clean and ready to be buttoned back up. Clean all in here. Probably put a coat on the chain while I have this open. Right now, I actually want to cover this up, I think, because I don't want anything really getting inside the engine. Let's see, I'm concerned about this part right here. I know this is kind of haphazard, but this is how we're doing it. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna leave that like that. Here's the clutch cable right there. Clutch still works, which is good. And yeah, so that scrape on this part right here is actually from the last time I tried to replace this gasket, and as you can see, I failed to use the right tools, and that's what caused that. So I'm really hoping that once I get this back on there, I will be able to button it all up, fill her up with oil and gas, and let her rip, because I got a fresh battery sitting on a tender right now, and got some gas, and you saw the VFR, so I'm hoping for a good start, and then I'll address everything else once I'm able to get this thing started, which there's quite a bit to address, one of which is these fork seals. I think I'm gonna need to rebuild these forks, so I've been doing a lot of research on that, and yeah, but one thing at a time. First thing I want to do is get this engine running, and then I will get everything else back to how it is. Like, you can't even tell how fast you're going when you're riding this thing because the speedo broke. But it's all good. Alright, that's all I have for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. If you're new here, hit subscribe. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.